Business profile. The company I have chosen is the Belmont Timber Industry, located in 75 Lisbon Street, Fairfield, NSW. Belmont Timbers was founded by John Walker in 1951. Alongside his son Gary Walker, they took over a little case workshop at Belmont Street, Alexandria, and thus was born Belmont Timbers, assembling timber crates for packaging before the introduction of modern packaging. When the business first started, builders from a different company came to John and his son and asked for them to supply the building materials for 10 houses that the building company had to make. John was happy to supply the building company with the timber needed to construct the houses, and therefore, over time, the company Belmont Timbers went on to become one of the biggest and major suppliers of timber through construction and commission throughout NSW. Management structure. The management team in Belmont Timbers runs off a hierarchy. The governing director is the head boss that makes all the decisions. The second line are all the bosses that are in charge of all the different components of the business. These are the financial side, the production, marketing, and the technical management. Underneath those bosses, there are the teams of those managements. For example, the marketing department that makes all the advertisements that are sent out to attract people and other businesses to purchase their products. Marketing. When marketing for a business, there are multiple ways to advertise a company. These include ads on TV, company cars with details of the business, and billboards. Since Belmont Timbers is a well-known company with a long history of production and establishment and is situated in a well-known area of Fairfield, it makes its product online. Since people tend to choose a company that is reliable and has a lot of experience in the industry that they are in, and since Belmont Timbers has been in the wood industry since the start of the 1950s, they have a significant advantage when it comes to advertising and marketing. Belmont Timbers uses the internet to market their goods and services. Businesses can provide information about their histories, products, and overall output. The ability of the company's customer to communicate verbally with them via text message, phone call, or even email in other reasons why the internet is a successful marketing strategy for the business. Production. Belmont Timber uses a production line to create its products during the manufacturing process. The supplier receives bulk orders for wood, which are then stored in accordance with their specifications. The frames and trusses will be drawn in CAD once a builder submits an orders to the company, and after the engineer approves them, they will be uploaded to the CAM system. After the factory workers will hand-pick the wood according to the job's specifications, load it onto a conveyor belt, and then use an automated saw to cut the wood to the specific size for the frames and trusses. Once all the frames and trusses have been constructed and manufactured, they will be examined for any loose ends or cuts before being loaded onto a truck or other vehicle and delivered to the customer who paid them for the item. Quality control. Belmont Timber employs two methods to help with quality controls, including routine manufacturing inspections to look for any damages that might have occurred along the production line. This guarantees that the timber being produced meets their marketing standards and that the customers are receiving the products the way they want. Belmont Timber also frequently visits the locations where its lumber is being used to inspect any potential damage to the timber, frames, or trusses to determine whether they are functioning as intended. Belmont Timber can monitor its production and frequently visit the site to check on its products, determine whether they meet the marketing standards, and determine which machinery needs to be fixed or its database updated. In order to ensure that the product is usable and the safety of the workers erecting the timber, trusses, and frames on site, it is also necessary to visit the location where the timber is located and check to see if any timber is damaged and needs repair. New and emerging technologies. The majority of businesses in the timber industries use new and emerging technologies to reduce labor costs while maintaining the same level of quality in their products. A new piece of equipment that would cut webs more efficiently and serve as a backup in case the plate marking machinery breaks down was one new technology that Belmont Timbers invested in. Companies typically take their time while investing in and purchasing large machinery when it comes to new and emerging technologies because there can be some negative effects on the companies themselves. For instance, when purchasing a new machines, people lose their jobs, or if something happens with the machine or it breaks down, the company is stuck with the machinery cost until they can pay it back or get rid of the machinery, which damages the product and negatively affects the production line and processes. Environmental factors. Environmental factors play a significant role in businesses and can have a significant impact on the enterprise. For instance, in the timber industry, it would be necessary to manage resources, uses, and cuts. As a result, Belmont Timber manages its physical factors by minimizing waste by reducing all of the produce offcuts in the ceiling trimmers. The remaining waste is sent away and uses to make pine banned products. Sociological factors. Cultural norms and expectations, health awareness, population growth rates, age distribution, career attitudes, business health, and safety are all well known sociological factors in the world of businesses. Belmont Timber strives to produce timber frames and trusses that can be used in the construction of homes and other structures throughout Sydney. Belmont strives to recycle waste materials and waste products as much as possible without dumping them and negatively affecting the environment and the people in the area. Personal issues. In the majority of businesses, some employees must fulfill a certification requirements in order to work for the business or particular division of the business. For instance, if a construction company conducts work on a site every week, all employees must be certified with a white card in order to enter the site. If workers at Belmont Timber wanted to build frames and trusses, the starting point would be a carpentry apprenticeship. For a company to confirm their legitimacy and competence to perform in that area of work, this is one reason why companies have requirements or certification levels. Work health and safety. The most common abbreviation for work health and safety is WH&S. In the workplace, work health and safety is used to manage the risk to everyone's health, safety, and well-being. The use of personal protective equipment, PPE, ensuring that all electrical equipment is tagged, ensuring that whoever is operating the forklift has an appropriate forklift license, and ensuring that all equipment is safety checked are some WH&S measures that Belmont Timber uses to manage their employees' health and safety. The use of each guard is secure as well. Belmont Timber is able to use WH&S to manage the risk to employees' health and safety within the factory by requiring them to wear PPE, making sure all the equipment is checked, and putting all the necessary safety measures in place.